When it comes to steel, India boasts of some of the most iconic private and public sector players that together make it the world's fourth largest steel maker. This sector contributes to nearly 2% of the country's GDP and employs over 5 lakh people. Over the past 2 decades, favourable government policies, economic growth and private sector have contributed to the Indian steel sector's fast-paced growth. Although in a post-economic slowdown world, its growth trajectory is difficult to predict. But India has signalled its intent by investing heavily in giant steel mills, continuous modernisation and the upgrading of old plants.
Hello and welcome to Answers for India's Progress, brought to you in association with Siemens. I'm Varun Kumar and today we focus on the metal and metallurgy industry and find out how Siemens is casting the future of the sector. Metal industry forms the backbone of the manufacturing sector and is pivotal for the Indian economy. Various industries such as power, aviation, automobiles, building and construction and many others are directly dependent on it. Siemens Metals Technologies is one of the world's leading life cycle partners of the metallurgical industry. Here's a comprehensive look at how Siemens is molding a winning strategy for the sector.
Economists and industry experts expect a recovery in the global steel demand to accelerate. But rising raw material and energy prices and tighter environmental norms are posing new challenges for steel producers. This is where Siemens Metal Technologies is trying to make a difference by offering technological solutions along the entire value-added chain of iron and steel production.
Lifecycle partnership is one of our key commitments in metals technologies. Lifecycle partnership means that we are not only supplying equipment and services, this means that we are a partner for the life cycle of the plant together with our customer. This means during the life cycle we provide technological support, process support, spare parts services for the customer and continuously look at upgradation of selected equipment to ensure best possible performance throughout the life cycle.
Siemens is the largest provider of metallurgical automation solutions worldwide. And its prime focus is to optimize the metal production processes by combining its plant construction experience with core expertise in mechanics, electronics and automation. Integrated solutions for automation and drives technology, energy supply and IT MES provided by Siemens help achieve stable production conditions, systematic quality monitoring and higher capacity utilization of entire plants.
It is a challenge for ourselves to align our strengths to the customer requirement. It is fundamental to precisely understand customer requirements. Only then we can customize our offering from the vast know-how, technologies, engineering competence, what we're having, tailor it to the customer needs.
Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited, also known as Vizag Steel, is one of the companies benefiting from Siemens Metal Technologies. Vizag Steel, a leading central public sector company based in Visakhapatnam, is the first shore-based integrated steel plant in the country, with an annual capacity of around 6.3 million tons of crude iron.
Right now, the global scenario is the steel production in the world is around 1400 million tons, out of which India stands at 4th position. China being number 1, contributing almost 50% of the production, followed by Japan, United States and then India. In India, we are producing in the range of around 73 million tons we have done last year, out of which the RINL's contribution is 3 million tons. It's basically the plant capacity is 3 million tons and it has achieved 100% of its rated production. Now we are having an ambitious plan of expanding this plant to almost doubling its capacity. The expansion units are almost, major of the units are commissioned. Maybe in another 1 week, 10 days time, we will be commissioning the steel melting shop. followed by the rolling mills. So this will enhance the production capacity and we will be able to contribute more to the extractor. We are actually contributing to the automobile industry. We are contributing to the railways for clipping the steel and all that. Then we are contributing for mostly for the infrastructure or wire rods, which is a main product for us, which is actually fetching the maximum NSR. That mostly it is being used in the construction works. So throughout the country it is distributed and we have got almost about 65 to 80 marketing centers, even penetrating up to the deep rural areas where we are selling our products. Mostly it is maximum used in the construction sector.
Vizag Steel currently operates 3 blast furnaces, and Siemens Metals Technologies has been given the order to modernize blast furnace number 1 and 2 by the Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited. This intervention is targeted towards increasing the internal volume by about 600 cubic meters, which would in turn lead to an overall production increase of over 7,000 tons per day. This modernization of the blast furnaces is targeted towards an expansion plan of the company, where they intend to increase the total production volume by 7.3 million tons per annum.
By 2018-19, we are planning for 12 million ton. Subsequently, by 25 to 27, 2025-27, we have the plan to reach 20 million ton. So we have a very beautiful plan, because as you know, the Vizag Steel plant is having almost 20,000 acres of land. So land is not absolutely not a problem, which is the major challenge for all other steel producers.
The upgrades will include replacing the hearth and tuyere and equipping them with new tuyeres and new bustle main and a new tuyere platform. The refractory lining and the staved cooling system will be completely renewed to ensure an ultra-long operational life of the furnace and safe iron-making operations.
Modernization of the blast furnace, what we're doing, blast furnace number 1 and blast furnace number 2, we're not only upgrading them with state-of-the-art technology. One very important focus is that we are increasing the volume of these furnaces. This will allow Vizag Steel out of both furnaces to produce an additional 1 million ton of hot metal annually. The second topic is that through environmental specific technologies such as gas cleaning, for example, we rapidly improve their performance. We are also improving the work environment. For example, through the new cast houses, it will get much more clean for the employees, much more clean and safe for the employees to work here at this blast furnace.
Siemens will also provide a new wire rod mill and special bar mill, which will speed up the process and thus enhance the production.
Siemens Metals Technologies has the experience to handle such large projects like, for example, this blast furnace revamps. A challenge what we are facing is to introduce innovative solutions to customers like Vizag, because they have to accept it, they have to understand it, they have to accept it. Any innovation, if it's not cost effective, has no value to the customer.
Siemens will also be installing a new cooling circuit, including a pump house and modernizing the water treatment system. The project also includes a new gas cleaning plant with a gas scrubber and construction and equipment of the new cast house. Capital repair of blast furnaces is to be completed in the third quarter of 2015, while modernization of the hot blast stoves will be concluded in 2016.
Time to slip into a quick break, but coming up on the other side, we talk to a senior executive of RINL to find out how Siemens is molding the future of the steel sector. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Answers for India's Progress, brought to you in association with Siemens. Now joining us on the show is Mr. A.P. Chaudhary, who is the CMD of RINL, to tell us more about how Siemens is helping the company get to the next level. Mr. Chaudhary, thank you very much indeed for talking to us on the show.
Yeah.
First of all, if you could give us an overview of the steel sector.
Yeah, India, you know that India is the fourth largest steel producer in the world, and we are heading towards second position within next few years. Now currently the India's steel consumption has already crossed around 75 million ton, and the plan is to produce to 300 million ton by the year 2025. And since infrastructure growth needs a lot of steel, so the future for the steel industry in India is quite robust.
Could you tell us a little bit about where RINL as a company stands in the steel sector and how is it adding to the productivity?
Yeah, RINL is one of the largest long steel producer company in India, and we have highest market share in several products. At the moment, we are already expanded our capacity to 6.3 million ton. We are adding another 1 million ton by increasing the size of blast furnace, existing blast furnace, existing SMS. So our capacity is going to 7.3 million ton, and basically up to 7.3 million ton we are in long product. Our market share is more than 8% in the country, and we are next phase going to expand in flat products by 4 million ton. In addition to this capacity, vertical capacity growth, we are also looking towards value addition product, and we are installing the India's biggest forged wheel plant, which will produce about 100,000 number of wheels in the state of Uttar Pradesh. We are going to have second largest axle plant for about 50,000 numbers, which will be meeting the requirement of Indian Railways, particularly for locomotive and higher speed trains. So this is going to be basically import substitution. We are also installing India's largest continuous caster, which will produce 500 dia, 500 millimeter dia rounds, which will meet the requirement of forging sector, auto sector, seamless steel tube maker. We are also installing about 400,000 ton capacity seamless tube mill, which will produce 5.5 inch to 18 inch dia pipe, and this is going to be the biggest in country. So in addition to what we produce this steel, our components in total it is 78% is special steel, and it is meeting the critical requirement of critical structures like metro, airport, this heavy bridges, tall building, and wherever national importance project is there, we are supplying steel.
Mr. Chaudhary, now with Siemens coming on board and helping modernize the blast furnace number 1 and 2 for RINL, where do you see the future of the company?
Yeah, actually this RINL is a pioneer in adopting new technology, and in fact when it came in early 90s, we had the latest technology, 100% continuous caster, then blast furnace, that time it was the biggest, 3200 cubic meter, and several other technologies which we adopted. It has been the state of art. In expansion also we are similarly adopting the newer technology, and Siemens VI, I must say that in our 12,500 crore project, their contribution is more than 2,000 crores. And so they are installing our wire rod mill, their special bar mill, and Siemens they are fully involved in practically every package wherever electric is. Now blast furnace 1 and blast furnace 2, as I mentioned, we are going to revamp and expand the capacity from 3200 to 3800 cubic meter, and both the furnaces are going to be done by Siemens VI. So they are the professional company I look in that, and I am sure that this objective we have set to meet about the latest technology, the latest productivity we will get from this furnace.
Mr. Chaudhary, now before this marriage between Siemens and RINL took place, what were the challenges that you as a company were facing that you had to get somebody like Siemens on board?
Yeah, actually this all the bigger packages where new technology we are going to adopt, we go for global bidding, and whoever is the best to compete, we select them. So this Siemens VI, what they have got all the orders, it is through global bidding, and they have we have selected them based on their technical merit and the commercial competency.
Mr. Chaudhary, now that Siemens as a company is helping RINL modernize its blast furnace, where do you see the future of RINL going from here?
Yeah, RINL, you know that with the modern adoption of modern technology, we are going to be one of the best company globally. But we have set all the techno-economic parameters, our international benchmark. Our blast furnace productivity is going to be more than 2.5 ton per cubic meter per day. Then our energy consumption, already we are comparatively very competitive, but we have set target 5.5 gigacalorie per ton of crude steel. We are water consumption, we are already at very efficient level, but further with these technologies we will be able to reduce. Then in all the techno-economic parameters, with such adoption of new technology, company like Siemens VI, we will be further reducing the cost of production. You know that now globally steel sector has become very competitive. So if you have to compete, you have to reduce the cost of production, and cost of production, it is essential you can reduce by adoption of newer technology, its performance, its success and all. And RINL, I am sure with the help of such companies will achieve objective.
One final question, as far as the customers are concerned, how will they benefit from this new arrangement between Siemens and RINL?
Yeah, you know, this today now, this customer end, their expectation has also changed. It is not like earlier that they will buy any quality of steel. They also look for value for money. So they always look for better quality, and if you adopt newer technology, latest technology, certainly it is going to improve the quality of the products in both in terms of chemistry and other parameter tolerances. And for that, certainly, say a special bar mill which we are installing, wire rod mill, we are waiting eagerly for the production to come, because the customers needs products from such equipments. So this adoption of newer technology is going to help our customers in bigger way. Again, I would like to mention that today customers, they need quality first, and then whatever, of course, cost.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chaudhary, for joining us on the show. It was a pleasure talking to you. Well, there you heard the CMD of the company talking to us about how RINL will be benefited through Siemens by ensuring that the products become cheaper and the customers are more satisfied. Well, that's all the time we have on the show today, but stay with us, as in the next few weeks we focus on other industries that are benefiting from Siemens' cutting-edge technology. All that and much more only on this very special series, Answers for India's Progress, brought to you in association with Siemens. Thank you very much for watching.